All right, number 5 on this list is actually the most important to listen to. And if you listen to anything in this whole video, this is the most important. And that is,
we are going into a global recession. Recession.
We're in an economic downturn.
The world is now in recession.
Recession.
right now, we are in uncharted territories with a record number of people filing for unemployment. Lenders are forced to raise their minimum FICO score from 620 to 680, which means there's going to be a reduction in the buyer pool and potentially a lot of people needing to sell their homes at once. So does that mean we're going into a recession? Does that mean we're going into a down market? I'm not here to tell you that, but if we do see it and you do need to sell your home during a recession or a down market, however you want to call it, well, these are the things that you're going to need to know. Now, look, I'm not trying to scare anybody. My job, and if you've been on my channel and watching my videos, is to give good information. I primarily do videos on moving to Austin, moving to Texas, and what you need to know when you're buying or selling. So do me a favor, if you like this video, subscribe, hit the like button, and drop a comment below. If you think I'm crazy, that's fine, but I want to hear from you. All right, here we go. Here's a list of things you absolutely have to know when you're getting ready to sell your house in a down market or a recession. All right, the number one thing on this list that you're gonna have to do is either consult or hire a realtor. Now, I'm not telling you absolutely have to hire a realtor. I'm a realtor, so you're probably going, oh God, he's telling us, but that's not the case. Look, if you wanna go for sale by owner, that's for you, but really you should consult a realtor at least to understand what you're getting yourself into. Now, I recommend interviewing 3 realtors. Every realtor that's watching this video is probably giving me a thumbs down now. This video isn't for you, but look, if you're gonna interview at least 3 agents, because you're gonna wanna get an idea, number one, of price. You're gonna get 3 different prices. And you might think one agent is better because they wanna price your house the highest. Well, in a down market, you may not wanna price your house the highest, and they might just be telling you what you wanna hear. I know people don't wanna hear that, but agents sometimes tell you what you wanna hear. The other thing is they're gonna have a better job at getting marketing out, and you are gonna need the best marketing out there and the best marketing available. Look, we're at a time where you can't even get into a home. So is your agent gonna have Matterport 3D printing? Are they gonna actually have ability to 3D see the home inside? I do a lot of video myself. Are they gonna do video? What type of marketing are they doing? And how are they gonna reach people? Because potentially you might not be able to do that. So that's really important. All right, look, the next thing on this list is you gotta make your house move-in ready. So look, buyers in a down economy aren't gonna have extra cash to be coming into a home and fixing it up. And if that's the case and your home needs repairs, there's a good chance you're gonna make even less money on the home and buyers are just gonna pass it by for another property. So what do I mean repairs? Look, you might have to go through and repaint a house. You know, if you got a lot of smudge marks on the walls and things don't look that good and it's not cosmetically nice, buyers might pass. You might need new flooring. I don't know, talk to your agent that you're consulting with, but luxury plank vinyl is actually quite inexpensive. You're gonna need your house to look as best possible, even in the photos and in person. It's important to make sure the cosmetic things look nice, and that's where you're spending a majority of your money. But the house needs to be functional as well. So if you're having AC issues, roof issues, those things might need to be addressed because they might cost you more money when you actually get your house under contract and you're negotiating. So take a look at those things. I wouldn't neglect those things, but really the cosmetic things are gonna probably be the most important things on your list. All right, number 3 on this list is actually gonna be staging. And if you look at any of those tips to get your home ready, this is something you're gonna do anyway, but you're gonna need to declutter your home. So start getting everything into boxes and out of the way and nice and clean, stacked up in your garage. Like, you can have stuff in your garage, but as long as it's nice and clean, you're good. But you don't need to spend a ton of money on staging. Really, you want your home nice, presentable, and clean. Because if you don't do that, buyers are gonna walk in and they're gonna feel like the room is smaller because you have extra furniture in there. Consult with your agent, and maybe you might want to bring in a stager just to do a consultation to tell you what items you need to take out and what items you can leave to make your home look the best for photos. Because look, if an agent's going to spend a lot of money on photos, you know, you could be just wasting money if the house doesn't really look that good on the inside. All right, number 4 on this list is set a realistic plan. Now look, if you're going to be selling your home and potentially buying a new home, you need to know what that looks like. Are you going to be renting in between? Are you going from one home to the other? What are the storage fees going to cost if you're going to have to put something in storage? Understand what it's going to take to get your home sold and then what it's going to take to get the new home. Now, if you need proceeds for the new home from your old home, well, you got to make sure that home closes first. You're going to want to make sure it actually closes. So one thing you might want to do is actually negotiate a lease back in your property. So let's say you do a 30-day close, you have 7 days to move out that you're renting back from the new owner. Because the reality is you might not actually make it to closing in a down economy or recession. Things happen. So put the plan in place and make sure you're actually closing before you move. All right, number 5 on this list is actually the most important to listen to. And if you listen to anything in this whole video, this is the most important. And that is price your home right. Now look, potentially you are going to be losing money on your home selling in a down economy. And that is very tough to take. And you might have to put your pride aside, and that sucks. Trust me, I understand that. But if you don't price your home right, it's gonna sit on the market longer, which means you're gonna actually make less money in the future. Now, there's a lot of strategies for pricing a home, and that's why I think it's important that you talk to a few different realtors to kind of get an idea on price. But you don't wanna price too high and start chasing the market down, because what's gonna happen is you're just gonna keep chasing and it's gonna sit. Now, if the economy is going up and the trend lines are going up, it's easy to maybe price too high and let it come to you, but this isn't that time. So listen to your agent, listen to people you talk to, maybe you go get an appraisal, but sometimes, and I've had this happen a lot of times, when people get a third-party appraisal, they think this is it, my house is worth $500,000. And then when the house sells for $480,000, they're going, why did it sell for less? You must be a bad realtor. Well, again, appraisals are all on opinion, so consult with a few people. Even if you're gonna get an appraisal, consult with a few agents. Number 6 on this list is one of those things that it's up to you if you want to do, but it can actually be quite beneficial, and that's offer incentives. Now, you might not want to do this, and it's not for everybody. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can offer buyer incentives or buyer agent incentives. Now, I'm not a big fan of giving buyer agents more incentive to show your home, because that's all you're doing is paying them more to get in the door. Look, the buyer agent isn't writing the check. So it's really important that you maybe give buyer closing incentives. So look, in a down economy, a buyer might not have the same amount of money to pay for their closing costs. So offering a few $1,000s in closing costs could be the difference between you selling your home and letting it sit on the market longer. So keep that in mind, talk with your agent and see what's the best fit for you. All right, so that leads us to a very important item on this list. Now, this won't affect everybody, but it could affect you. So it's one that you want to look at. So let's say you've met with your realtor, you've looked at the cost it's going to take to get your home ready to sell, and you've looked at what your home is actually going to sell for. But now you find yourself in the situation that there's no proceeds. And in fact, it's going to cost you money to actually get out of the sale. Well, that means you're potentially going to need to do a short sale. Now, this is unfortunate, but it's a lot better than actually going through a foreclosure process. So a short sale is when a lender approves a short sale, they're agreeing to sell the property for less than the outstanding mortgage balance against it. While there is more than one requirement to qualify for a short sale, banks generally grant short sales for 2 reasons. 1, the seller must be experiencing financial hardship, and 2, there isn't enough equity in the home to pay off the mortgage after closing costs. Some examples of hardship include reduced income from unemployment, divorce, medical emergency, bankruptcy, or death of the primary income provider. Okay, so if you do find yourself in this scenario where you're going to have to do a short sale, you're going to need to fill out a financial packet and submit it to your lender. I'm going to go ahead and link a really good article that you can go through if you do find yourself in a short sale scenario, and I think there's some good information in there. Also talk to your realtor and make sure that they understand the process or have experience with the process, because the bank might actually give you a realtor to represent you instead. All right, Jeremy Knight, the Knight Group, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I want to hear from you. If you did like this video, I want to hear from you. If you're going to be buying or selling in the Austin area, reach out to me. Also, I got some really great videos right here. Make sure you watch those and have an awesome day.